All right, target 5. Angle addition postulate. I'm going to use the same type of language as I did with the segment addition postulate, but I'm going to be working with angles, so it's going to look a little different. But I am going to always refer to as something I think is pretty easy to understand, little plus little equals big. So what you need to understand is that at this big angle here, okay, that big angle, it has an interior. That would be the smaller, this opening I'm referring to. So that means D is on the interior. Okay, so what we want to do is recognize this as a little, and this as a little, and that whole big thing as a big. So in this picture, angle A, do not know why I did that. A, B, D is a little. So we're going to say added to angle. My other little is DBC, DBC, and that is equal to the big, which is ABC. So let's see if you're having a little trouble seeing it. Let's see if I can help you understand with these examples. So our first example, 1 and 2, is just going to be some addition and subtraction. So let's take a look at this picture. For number 1, I'll label the picture, do the math, give the answer, and then I'll erase it and use number 2 since 1 and 2 are using the same picture. So number 1, it says ABD is 48. From ABD, that opening right here is 48. Then it says DBC is 78. DBC is 78. Find the measure of ABC. So ABC is the whole. So simply, if we just did this in our calculator, 48 plus 78, and that would be our answer. Okay. So let's look at DBC is 74. DBC is 74. There's that labeled. I'll cross it out because I already have it labeled. ABC is 119. So there's your 119. We're trying to find ABD, and that is this green part. So this is a subtraction. In your calculator, you would put this, 119 minus 74, and that's how you would get the answer to number 2. Let's move along. Remember, you can pause if I'm going too fast. So PQS is a little, so that's a little portion. SQR is a little, so there's a little portion. Let's take a look at our big. So our big is all of this, and we need to pay attention to the directions in order to get that. So our math is going to be little plus little equals big. So I'll say 13x is my first little, 13x plus 4, plus my second little equals my big. Combine like terms, 13 and 10 make 23x. Positive 4 and negative 1 make positive 3. 141. Not really sure why it's doing that. Sorry about that. Subtract 3. 23x equals 138. Grab my calculator. 138 divided by 23. 138 divided by 23. And I get x is 6. And if I wanted to get PQS, there's PQS. It's now 13 times 6 plus 4. And that would be 82. I put it in my calculator. SQR. SQR is right there. Now it's 10 times 6 is 60 minus 1 is 59. So there is me plugging my variable in and finding that measure. Moving to number 4, I'm just going to show you the equation for number 4 and how to label it. DEF is the big. That is the whole. Okay? So I know all that is 7x plus 4. My blue angle is labeled correctly, and it is the big. I'll put a B out here. Okay, DEG is 5x plus 1. That is this little. And then GEF. GEF is this guy, little one right here. I'll put a 23 in there. So I have my 7x plus 4 alone on the side. My two littles over here. Little plus little equals big. I could have just wrote 5x plus 24. I could have just added those like terms together to get started. And then you go through x and then plug in x where you need it to find your two measures. All right, last one to show you how to label it and create your equation. JKM, JKM, that's a little, okay? That's a little. 8x minus 2 is MKL. MKL is also a little. Well, you have no other option. JKL has to be the big. There's another way of labeling it. I didn't have to write everything in those little gaps. So little plus the other little that I have labeled equals the big.